Hey guys, ChartStopper's back with another video. In this channel we take a look at different stocks and map out their key support and resistance areas on the chart. We also do a price prediction at the end of the video. Support and resistance is important to know before buying any stock. It's also important to know what kind of a trend a stock is in before you buy into it. Support and resistance is one of the most important things you should know about a stock before you either buy or sell. Also, if you're doing any day trading, swing trading, or options, you definitely want to get familiar with support and resistance. Just to let you guys know, I am not a financial expert. These videos are for educational purposes only, but I am here to point out key factors on the charts which do impact the price action of a stock. Also, I provided a link in the description for Webull. We are going to be using their software today. You can use it to start an account, and you'll get three free stocks when you start that account. You'll also see a link in the channel page for Robinhood. You can use that link to start an account and get one free stock when you start an account. Okay? So before we get into the video, I just want to let you guys know we will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks. If you guys have a recommendation for a video, leave a comment below. Hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification button so you get notified when every new video comes out. You don't want to miss these videos. Very important. Okay, so with nothing more, let's get into the chart. Today we're going to be looking at Facebook. Facebook is a huge stock. It's been trading sideways for a while now. It took a little bit of a dip recently, but it looks like it's getting back on the uptrend. And today was a pretty good day for Facebook. Today is January 20th, 2021. It's currently trading at $267.48. So let's get into the support and resistance. I'm going to grab my line. I'm going to the bottom here. I'm going to map out my low. And I'm just going to start down here. It looks like I can start around 130 from my low. It looks pretty good there. Just to start off on my bottom support, I want to hit this low right here, and it's pretty close to this low, so I'm just going to have that for my low. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is just a starting point, just something to go from as we move up on our chart. Okay, so we're going to find resistance off of this line up here, and going up the chart here, we're going from January of 2019 is where we're going back from. So as I move up, I see, the price goes up, and it looks like it hits this point, goes down, hits this point again, drops down. It looks like it has trouble breaking through this point right here, and this is about the $200 mark, so that looks like resistance to me, so I'm just going to throw a line in there. As you can see, it had a little trouble breaking through that point right there until about, this is, the end of December of 2019, where it finally broke that resistance and moved upwards to about the 220 mark. And then it dropped down when COVID hit in 2020. So let's grab another horizontal line. We're going to try to find some support coming off of this resistance here. Usually there would be another support coming down. It looks like you would be able to find some right in this area. But because, COVID hit, there was a little bit of support at 180 over here. But because the pandemic and everything, it dropped this stock price all the way back down to around that 130 mark. It almost dropped down to back to 130, to our low point of our chart right here. So we're just going to leave that for now. We're not even going to put in that 180 because it did have a little bit of support right here, and around this area. But, we can't even do that because it did break that right here and when COVID happened, and then it came back up. So we're going to move forward with that. After COVID, well, not after COVID, but after everyone, got over the initial panic of COVID, it did come back up through that 200 mark, and it looks like our next resistance happened at about the $240 mark right here. So I'm going to drop my line there, and we're going to grab another line. That's going to be our resistance right here at 240. Now we're going to need to go and find support off of that 240. So I'm coming down here, and it looks like I see a couple areas where it came down, bounced up right here. So I'm just going to drop my line in here at about 220. As you could see, there was a little bit of sideways action. You could see right here, it came down, bounced up, traded sideways for a while in between these two areas right here. So that's pretty good support and resistance between 220 and 240. So around the beginning of August, 220, it finally did break through the 240 mark. This is on a pretty good earnings report right here, as you could see. We're going to grab another line, and we're going to find our next resistance. And it looks like after that good earnings report, it did climb all the way up to its all-time high, which was 304.67. So we're just going to put that at the top as our resistance at 300. Okay, so it hits this all-time high right here, bounces down to around this area right here, and comes back up, tries to retest this high at 300. Doesn't quite make it, so it does get rejected off of that 300 mark. So that's a pretty good resistance here. See, it drops down, tries to climb back up, doesn't make it, drops back down, and pretty recently it does come all the way back down here. So I could drop a line in at 250 for a support area, but I think I'm just going to stay with our 240 for right now for our support. So we don't even need another support area in here. I think we're just going to leave it at 240. I think we have pretty good support here at 240. You could say 250 because it does bounce off of that 250 twice right here. As you could see where my arrow is, you could drop a line in there, but we only have 2 reference points so far. So we're not quite sure yet if it's a support yet. But that's about it for our chart. As we zoom out, it looks pretty good. We have clear support areas and resistance. And let's take a closer look to do our price prediction on this one. If I was looking at this stock right now, it's at 267.48. It just came off of a big day. It's up almost 2.5% off on the day. It was definitely in a buy zone a couple days ago when it was trading all the way down here around the 245 mark. If you were looking to buy, that would have been the time to buy right in here, as you could see on the chart. That would have been a perfect time to pick this stock up. As you could see, it was getting very close to our support area, but it's already came down, came close to that support, and now it's on its way back up. So we're going to see, this stock probably make its way back up towards that 300 mark, and probably on the next earnings report, I'm thinking it's gonna come up to 300, and it's probably gonna break that 300 mark, and probably throughout 2021, it's probably gonna trade somewhere in between 300 and 320. until the next catalyst. So that's my price prediction for this year on Facebook stock. I'm thinking it's going to go it's going to break the all-time high. It's definitely going to break that 300 mark sometime this year. It's at least going to be trading between 300 and probably closer to 320. That's a pretty conservative price prediction. That's about it for this one. Pretty good support and resistance there. If you guys like this video, drop a comment on the next video you want to see. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. And we will see you next time on Chart Stoppers.